book review. This is for a nonfiction book. It's this one. It's called The Skinny Budget Diet by Linda Goff.
Are you ready to finally lose weight? Linda Goff has been there. In The Skinny Budget Diet, she shares her inspirational story of losing more than 150 pounds, along with practical tips and eye-opening interviews with medical doctors to give you the tools you need to be a good steward of both your body and your finances.
I think the two things that really, caught my attention with this book was the fact that not only was it a diet book, a healthy lifestyle plan, but also just the fact that it was, set by a certain budget that's saying that you can save money and lose weight, because a lot of times that's a draw for me with a lot of different plans, is that I do have a family, I am on a budget, and I need something that I'm going to be able to realistically do financially. And another thing that really drew me to this book and caught my attention with it was that it is written from a Christian perspective. And I just love that. I'm a Christian, I live for the Lord, and I think that living for God should reach every area of my life, every aspect of my life, from my marriage to my friendships to the way I spend my money to my personal eating plan and weight loss goals. Another thing that I absolutely loved about this book is the fact that the author has gone through it. She knows what she's talking about as far as the struggles, the stories that she shares in here. Everything is just so encouraging, and I love that. I love someone who has been through it to be able to tell me how to get through it. Another thing I love about this book is that it's just practical. It's not a gimmick. It's not a wave a magic wand or a 3 steps to weight loss in such and such amount of time. It's really practical. It's something that I can do. It's something that that I feel you could do. This book has totally encouraged me to just keep at it, to keep reaching for my goal, and so I really like that. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about my personal experience with this book. Basically, I started out on September the 3rd. Yeah, September the 3rd of 2013. I started the plan, and the things that I did were things that she talks about right here in the little synopsis. Tracking my calories, that was something that I did, and the way she explains it in the book is so awesome because she likens it to keeping up with the balance in your checkbook. You have to keep up with your checking account, because if you don't know how much money you have and how much you can spend, you will overextend yourself. And that's kind of how she compares the calorie intake, is by comparing it to your checking account and saying, like if you have so much amount of money in the bank and then you go on a shopping spree and you just buy things and you don't really calculate or think about what you're buying, and then you come home and it's time to pay bills and then you come up short, $100, $300, whatever. That would be totally crazy. So why do we think that we don't need to count our calories and know, hey, I have this many calories to spend, this is how I want to spend them, and once I've spent them all, guess what? I don't have any more to spend, period. That's it. Go to bed, wake up the next day, start over again. So that's kind of how she kind of knocks some sense in your head about counting your calories. You may be thinking, I don't really want to bother with that right now. I don't really feel like counting my calories. I can't keep up with that. How can I know what's in what I'm eating? Well, you know what? You're just gonna have to do it. Just like I started doing it. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to start keeping up with how much you can spend, how you're going to spend it, and then once you've met your quota for the day, that's it. One way that I personally did this was through an app called LoseIt. Like, if you are eating something that is 100 calories, but you don't realize that the what you're eating is actually 3 servings, and that's 300 calories. I mean, you need to know that. You need to know what you're putting in your body. And also, another tool that I use is measuring cups, measuring spoons, because don't just eyeball it and be like, oh, that's probably like a cup of cereal. You know, no. You need to use your measuring cups and things. That's what I did, and that's what I have gotten success with. So, so make sure you do that. I think that's something simple. I think that's something that everybody has on hand. The app you can totally get. If you don't want to get the app, if you don't have an iPhone or you don't want to keep up with it on that, I mean, you can just write down your calories, you know, in a notebook, in a journal. Be like, this is how many I have. Get out your calculator. A calculator is another tool that I use a lot. And be like, okay, you know, this is how much is in, you know, this is how many calories is in a serving. This is how much I can eat of this, you know. So just number crunching, keeping up with your calories, things like that. That is something that she's, you know, recommends that you do in here, and something that I totally recommend because it absolutely works. Another thing she talks about in here is a support system. And since I've been doing this plan, my entire family has been on board with the plan too. They're on the plan too. They're eating healthier, they're losing weight, and I think that's awesome. But she does hit those, you know, there are those obstacles too. I mean, you may not have a supportive husband or a wife that's supportive of your weight loss. She talks about what to do when jealousy starts coming up because of your weight loss. How to handle situations like that from a Christian perspective. And I think that's awesome. We don't really think about those kind of things. But the things that she has faced and been through and dealt with, she shares in here. And I think that's awesome and very helpful. Another thing is the practical way of shopping and stuff in here. Linda has a website that I went to check out some of the recipes because she has recipes listed on there. And me and my family tried one of the recipes. It was the couscous chicken recipe. I'll link it below. And it was absolutely delicious, and they loved it, and it wasn't expensive to make. And I think that's one of the cool things about this plan is that it's telling me you can do this on a budget. And finally, any weight loss plan will incorporate exercise. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not really a big exerciser. I don't enjoy it so much, you know. But and I decided for the first month of the plan, and Linda had done the same thing with her plan in here, is that she waited to begin an exercise routine. And I think that's smart in a way, because she talks about the fact that, you know, of getting your eating, you know, not trying to do everything at once, because that can be so overwhelming if you're like, okay, you know, I gotta count my calories, and I gotta watch what I eat, and I gotta eat this way, and do, you know, and I need to exercise for, you know, an hour today, 30 minutes, whatever. It's just you didn't get here overnight. You didn't change overnight, so you're not going to change overnight, you know. And I think that she just, you know, she waited, and I decided to wait. I decided that for the first month of this plan that I would just get my calorie counting down and kind of make that a habit, and you know, see how much weight I would lose just doing that. And then in month 2, start incorporating some exercise. And you know, with exercise, I mean, she says that she tells you in here, even that on a budget, because a lot of us, you know, maybe we can't afford to go to a gym, or maybe there's not a gym in our area that we can join, or maybe we have kids and, you know, there's nobody to babysit them while we go to the gym. So, but there are practical ways that we can exercise, whether it's, you know, things I like to do are checking out videos from the library for free, and then when my son takes his nap, that's a good time for me to exercise. Or going on a walk, you know, with my family before or after dinner. That's a great way to get everybody involved. And I mean, just even walking together, I mean, just having conversations, and the time passes so quickly that it's like, it didn't even seem like you exercised, but you did, you know. So, I mean, there are many ways that you can incorporate exercise and without spending a lot of money. So, for me personally, the first month of doing this book, no exercise yet, just counting my calories and totally getting a ton of encouragement and tips and just inspiration from this book. I started on September the 3rd, and today is October the 7th. And I have lost exactly 20 pounds. I would recommend this book for anyone that's wanting to get healthy, you know, start eating right, start exercising, have more energy. You know, it's a wonderful tool. It's totally worth the money buying this book, you know, because there are so many things in here that just tips and things you don't really think about that Linda has thought of and that she has experienced that can encourage and inspire you to keep going on your journey. And that's what I intend to do. I intend to see this next month when I start incorporating exercise into my plan and just keep going. And you know, I think the most important thing to remember is that it's not a diet. Even though it says the skinny budget diet, Linda, you know, really stresses in here that it's not like a get skinny quick scheme. You know, it's a plan, it's a lifestyle change. And I feel like I can do it. After reading this book and, you know, staying with it for a month, I feel like I can keep going. I feel like I can reach my goals. I give The Skinny Budget Diet by Linda Goff 5 out of 5 stars. I love this book. I love Linda, and I totally recommend it to you if you're wanting to get in shape, get healthy, lose weight. Totally check it out. It's well worth reading. So I want to hear from you guys. If you would like to hear more about my weight loss journey, if you want me to update this month too and bring you guys another video and let you know my progress, please leave a comment or message me, and I would love to bring you guys along with me on this journey and encourage you if you're someone that's trying to lose weight. And yeah, I'm excited and I'm curious to see where this is going to take me. So that's it from JoJo's Corner. Until next time, happy reading. Bye everybody.